Good morning, guys. Good morning. I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. It's another beautiful day here in Honolulu, Hawaii. So a few months ago, or several months ago, I made a video with the ex-JW. Her name is Cassandra. We made a video titled, "Should You Stay a Jehovah's Witness Just to Keep Your Family and Friends?" Right? So I guess this is a part two to that video. And what inspired me to make this video is that I saw that we have a new ex-JW, and he made a video titled, "Should I have pretended longer?" Right? And a lot of us, when we wake up and we realize that our entire life was a lie, we want to expose this religion. We want to tell our Jehovah's Witness family members and friends the corruption, and we want to let them know that this is not the truth. This is not the real deal. This is all fake. This is a publishing company disguised as a religion. There's no paradise. We have been duped, unfortunately, right? You want to tell them the real good news. You want to tell them that they are wasting their time in this organization. Now, 9 times out of 10, when you do that, right off the back, you're going to be labeled as an apostate, because, as we know, Jehovah's Witnesses are not taught to think critically. They are not taught to be open-minded individuals. It's either they have the mindset of, this is their mindset. It's either you are with us or you're against us. There's no in between. As we know, you can't leave gracefully. It's that black and white. You're either with us or you're against us. That's it, right? So they don't want to hear about the corruptions, the CSA cases. They don't want to hear how the governing body leaders are not even inspired, and yet they're making all these rules, these man-made rules that's not even Bible-based. They don't want to hear that there is no paradise in store, that they're wasting their time out and preaching, they're wasting their time going to the meeting. They don't want to hear this. Jehovah's Witnesses do not want to hear this, right? And I had to learn the hard way, because I always thought that if you're being lied to, right, you would want to know. Because if someone's lying to me, if someone is deceiving me, I would want to know. I'm not trying to live a lie for a life. I'm not trying to waste my precious life, right? Waiting for something that's never going to happen. So when I woke up, I did my research. I realized that I was in a man-made organization. First thing I want to do is help my Jehovah's Witness family and friends to wake up, because, like I said, who wants to see your loved ones waste their precious life away? Who wants that? Nobody, right? But as we know, when this happens, when you try to wake people up, it backfires. 9 times out of 10, it's going to backfire, because witnesses aren't ready. You got to be ready. You got to be mentally and emotionally ready to come to the conclusion that what you believed in your entire life really could be false. You got to be mentally and emotionally ready for that. So if you just hit them up right away, "Oh, guys, this is not the truth, please do your research," like I did a few years ago, it's gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire. And like I said, witnesses are not taught to be open-minded. They are not taught to think objectively. They are only taught to listen and believe in the governing body leaders. Anything that goes against that, it's not gonna end well for you. It's not going to end well, But the question remains, should you fake it for your Jehovah's Witness family and friends? Should you fake it? 2 words. Hell no. In fact, I'll give you 3 words. Hell fucking no. Excuse my French, sorry. But hell no. Because, as I always speak about, life is short. And you have to keep in mind, this is critical. You have to keep this in mind. I know it's hard, right? But keep this in mind. All those people are all of the witnesses, the Jehovah's Witnesses, that are shunning us ex-members. At the end of the day, they are the ones that are going to suffer, because they are taking the easy way out. Now, I spoke about this numerous times on my channel. Jehovah's Witnesses take the easy way out. It's easy to be a Jehovah's Witness because it's comfort. It's like comfort food. You have people thinking for you. You don't have to think. The governing body leaders will think for you. They will pretty much dictate your entire life. They'll tell you what to do. You have an abundance of people. You have a brotherhood. You feel like you have a brotherhood when you're in the organization. You feel like some sense of belonging. You feel like you are accepted, right? So it's easy to be a Jehovah's Witness, right? But you gotta think about the long term. There is not one witness that is thinking critically. There is not one witness that is thinking long term. They are thinking for the here and now. They think paradise is right around the corner, like I've always spoke about. They've been saying this since 1879. For almost 150 years, witnesses have been patiently waiting for this paradise. And for almost 150 years, witnesses have been dying off, little by little, throughout the years, dying off, waiting for this paradise that should have been here almost 150 years ago. So when people say, should I pretend? Should I be a PMO? Should I fake it for my Jehovah's Witness family and friends? You have to ask yourself, what are you faking it for? You're faking it, and it's all psychological when you think about it, right? But you're faking it because you don't want to be shunned by your family. You don't want to be shunned by your friends that you know in your entire life, right? And I hate this. It pains me to say this, but this is something that I recently had to come to this conclusion, and it hurt me to say this. Like, I got tearful, but I came to the conclusion that everyone that I've ever known as a Jehovah's Witness, includes my family, my mom, my two brothers, all my former Jehovah's Witness friends I've known for over 20 years, my childhood friends that I've known for over 30 years, they never loved me. They love the idea of me. Yeah, Duran, as long as you believe in what we believe in, we love you, we like you, we could kick it with you. But the minute you come out of pocket, the minute you come out of line and you say, I don't believe in what you believe in anymore, these people will turn your backs on you in a heartbeat. So should you fake it for people that really don't love you? Hell no. Life is way too short for that. And you know what? I am living proof that, yeah, you could be shunned. You could lose all your former family and friends from the Jehovah's Witness religion. But life can get better. It will get better. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm actually surrounded by people that actually genuinely love me for who I am. And I would have never known that if I didn't leave that toxic religion. I say to myself, if I was still a witness, right, I would have been surrounded by a quote-unquote brotherhood around the world, right? It's a worldwide brotherhood. I would have been surrounded by that. I could have went to any other country and be like, hey, I'm a witness. Hey, brothers. Hey, sister, how you doing, right? You feel like you have a brotherhood. But any brotherhood that is conditional on the basis of, oh, yeah, if you believe in what I believe in, then I consider you my brother. That's not a real brotherhood. That's not a real brotherhood. A real, genuine friendship, you should be able to be 100% authentic, 100% real, 100% honest. A real friendship, you can tell people, listen, I don't believe in this religion anymore. And those people should still love you no matter what. I now have that. I didn't have that as a Jehovah's Witness. I now know what it means to have genuine, authentic, real friendships where people aren't superficial. People don't judge you based on how many comments you give at the meeting. People don't, guys, excuse that noise. Sorry about that. People don't judge you based on how many videos. Sorry, videos, hear me. Based on how many comments you give at the meetings, how many hours you put out there in service. They don't judge you on those superficial. That's superficial. That's what we call a superficial fake friendship, right? If people accept you only because you comment at the meetings, only because they see you at the meetings, only because you're out there out in service as an auxiliary pioneer, special pioneer, whatever. Those are superficial, fake friendships. So you have to say to yourself, should you pretend to keep people like that in your life? People who really don't love you, they love you for the things that you do. They love you for what you believe in, not for who you are as an individual. Should you fake it for those people? Hell no. Hell no. I remember that song. When we were witnesses, they had that song, right? Here I am, send me, send me. Remember that song, guys? Well, I kind of remixed that song once I left the cult. My new song, my new remix for that song is shun my ass, shun me, shun me. Like, I would rather be shunned for being authentic, for being real, than being loved for being fake and superficial. And we have to keep in mind that everyone, all these witnesses that are shunning people, right? All these witnesses that are shunning ex-members, like I said, in the long run, they're gonna suffer. Because they're over here waiting for this paradise. They're waiting for a paradise that they've been speaking about for over 140 years, right? As we know, when we leave this cult, when you do your research, you wake up, you realize that it was all a lie, it was all fake, right? You realize, you say to yourself, why would anyone want to participate in something that's not even real? Just to keep your family and quote unquote friends? You got to think about the future. What's going to happen 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now when you're forced to look back at your life, right? Let's say you hypothetically was a PMO for your entire life just to keep Jehovah's Witness family and friends from shunning you, right? Let's say you did that. Like I said, 30, 40, 50 years from now, you would have to look back at your life and be like, oh shit, I didn't live my life authentically. I didn't live my life the way I wanted to live it because I was too busy trying to please my family. I was too busy trying to please Jehovah's Witness, my Jehovah's Witness family and friends. You did nothing for yourself. And in the end, right? In the long run also, you wasted all this time for superficial, fake people who really don't love you, right? You wasted all this time trying to keep them in your life when in reality, they don't even like you. Because if they knew the real you, if they knew that you were having doubts, if they knew that you really don't want to be part of this religion, these people would shun you in a heartbeat. So you're sacrificing your entire life trying to keep people in your life who really don't love you. That's why I say it's psychological. I know it's not easy. I know it's extremely hard. It's extremely hard to really fathom that people really, your family, your parents, your siblings, your relatives, your childhood friends, these people really don't love you. That's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in, but when you leave, like I said, I'm living proof that you can leave this religion and you can find people that love you authentically, right? I'm not saying that these people that love you authentically, your real friends outside the cult, I'm not saying that they're going to replace your family. No one can replace your family, right? But your friends can also become your family. They may not replace your parents, your siblings, but you can find people out there that genuinely love you, and these friends can now become your family. And when you find people that genuinely love you for who you are, people that genuinely accept you for the person that you are, they don't care about your religious beliefs. They just love you for who you are, just because you simply exist. You don't have to do no acts for them. You don't have to be funny. You don't have to drive a certain car. You don't have to be good looking. You don't have to, like I said, comment at meetings. Nothing superficial, right? People that genuinely love you simply because you exist and they know that you are a good person. When you find people like that on this planet, I promise you, it will make shunning from superficial fake people, it will make it that much easier. And life gets better in due time. Yes, you will have moments when you're down, you're depressed, and you ask yourself, did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing by leaving? Yes, you did. You made the right decision. You did the right thing. You have to keep in mind, you have to think long term. Keep in mind that the Jehovah's Witnesses, once again, the people that are shunning you for religious leaders in upstate New York, right? You have to keep in mind that every Jehovah's Witness on this planet, they're going to have to, a time is going to come before they leave this planet, before they leave this earth, a time is going to come when every Jehovah's Witness in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, when they realize that they invested their entire life to this organization, they was promised paradise. They've been saying the end is right around the corner. They've been saying it since 1879, since the late 1800s. And since the 1900s, the early 1900s, as we know, they've been saying, they've been speaking, oh, no, 1914, this is we're in the last days. The end is right around the corner. They've been saying this for well over 100 years. So you have to keep in mind, if you were to fake this, if you were to fake it for your family and friends, all you're doing is prolonging the inevitable. And the inevitable is that we are all going to perish. We are all going to leave this earth at one point. We're not going to be here forever. So the limited time that we are here on this planet, you want to spend that time, do you want to spend that time in a religion surrounded by superficial fake people that don't really love you? They don't even know what real, genuine agape love is. That does not exist with Jehovah's Witnesses. So the short time that we are on this planet, you want to spend it? Do you want to spend it with superficial people that don't love you? Or do you want to take a leap of faith, walk away from this religion, as hard as it's going to be initially, right? It's going to be initially, it's hard. When you're shunned by your family and people that you thought were your friends, that shit hurts. There's no amount of words that can express that pain. That shit hurts. But I would rather deal with the hurt of being shunned by superficial family and friends. And you know what? You may genuinely love these people. I still love everyone. Everyone that shunned me, my family, my Jehovah's Witness friends, I love them. I love them. To this day, even though they're shunning me, they call me, hey, Jerron, you was right. Oh, this is a man-made organization. Will I be pissed off? Hell yeah, I'm gonna be pissed off initially. Because I would want to say to them, I fucking told you so. I fucking told you. I told you that this was a man-made organization. I encouraged you to do your research years ago. You guys didn't listen to me. So initially, yes, I would be upset. I would be hurt. But overall, I would be happy that they woke up. I would be happy that everybody, I want everybody to eventually wake up, right? But going back to what I was saying, we are only here on this planet a limited amount of time. Don't spend that time trying to keep people in your life that don't really love you. Jehovah's Witnesses don't love you. They don't even love themselves when you think about it, because as I said before in a video a while back, said that if you love yourself, right, you're going to do what's best for yourself. You're not going to allow anybody, no elder, no governing body leader, you're not going to allow any Jehovah's Witness to tell you what you can and cannot research. If you love yourself, you would say to yourself, you know what, hold on. This is my life. I want to make sure that I am not wasting my life in a false religion. Therefore, I'm going to do my research from every outlet. I'm going to do my research on jw.org. I'm going to do my research on Google. I'm going to listen to former witnesses and listen to the reasons why they left this organization. I'm going to be completely open-minded. I'm going to think objectively. I'm going to do some critical thinking, because I don't want to waste my life if this is a false religion. That's why I say Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't even love themselves. Because when you love yourself, you know your worth. No one can tell you what you can and cannot look up online. No one can tell you what to do. So should you remain a Jehovah's Witness and waste your life away waiting for a paradise that's never going to happen? Should you remain a Jehovah's Witness just to keep people in your life that would shun you in a heartbeat if you were to express to them that you had doubts? Hell no. Life is way too short for that. Now, if they want to waste their life away, if Jehovah's Witnesses want to waste their precious life away waiting for a paradise that's never going to happen, be my guest. Be my guest. That's your prerogative. That's your free will. All I am encouraging Jehovah's Witnesses to do is to do your research. And once you do your research, the research will set you free. The truth about the truth will set you free. That's all I got to say. But nobody on this planet should be forced or feel compelled to fake it just to keep people that really don't love you. No one should do that. Keep this in mind. I'm gonna end this video now, but keep in mind that everyone that's shunning you right now, they will reap what they sow later. When they're in their 70s, 80s, 90s, they have to come to the conclusion that they wasted their entire life slaving for man. But what you don't want to do is waste your entire life faking it for people that don't love you, and then you also have to look back at your life in the future and realize, damn, I did nothing for me. I didn't live my life authentically. You don't want to have to live with those regrets. I promise you that. You do not want to have to look back on your life and live with those regrets. Guys, I love you. I'll see you guys on the next video.